The UN Refugee Agency in Canada has released a free digital cookbook to celebrate its 70th anniversary. Tastes from Home includes the favorite recipes and personal stories of refugees who have made Canada home. One of them is Yasmen De Leon, who lives here in Toronto and is the owner of a Mexican restaurant. I spoke to her about her journey, the recipes she chose, and what food means to her.
When you are a refugee, when you're a person fleeing a place of conflict or fleeing somewhere where you're not safe, the fear is in your bones. The fear is so pervasive.
Yasmen De Leon was only 4 when she fled Mexico with her family, crossing over to the U.S. and then making their way to Canada. But after 6 years on the refugee wait list, they went back to Mexico. Months later, her father was murdered.
So then my mom packed us all up and put us in a car and she just drove here.
Toronto has been her home ever since. 3 years ago, she realized a dream, opening her own Mexican restaurant, Comali Canela. Tell me about the food you remember growing up with.
I always remember the smell of corn. The smell of corn is something that I think it's like an infant memory. My mom is from a small town and my mom grew up cooking her own nixtamal and grinding her corn. So when we were traveling and we had no home and we had no family and we had no land, she would try to recreate these dishes.
To give a sense of home.
Yeah, and I'm lucky that I have her because she's my repository.
When the UN Refugee Agency in Canada asked her to provide a recipe for its new cookbook, she chose one close to her heart, tamales.
I enjoy feeling the textures and the smells. The first reason I chose it is because it's a very special dish in my family. It's because it's very labor intensive and time consuming. It is often a dish only prepared for Christmas or when we really beg my mom. And it's a dish that reminds me of family because it's a dish that we would do together. And then there was that smell of corn, right? I pushed the corn through here.
She also loved that many other cultures have something similar to tamales, so she sees the food as a symbol of unity. Besides De Leon, the digital cookbook features the personal stories and recipes of 13 other former refugees from around the world. Why is it so important for you and other refugees to preserve these recipes?
Because we leave everything behind. We leave our family, we leave our homes, we leave everything that we know. We have nothing. The only thing that we have are these recipes that then we share with our children. So we're able to continue our tradition, our culinary culture, and we're able to teach others who we are. I think that the majority of cultures show love through food. When I feed people, I'm not just feeding their bodies, I'm giving you love.
And you can get a copy of the free digital cookbook by heading to UNHCR.ca.